It was in the earliest times that Ymir dwelled. Neither sand nor sea nor cold waves nor earth were to be found. There was neither heaven above nor grass anywhere. There was nothing but Gunungagap. In the beginning there was nothing. No sky, no sea, nor grass as we know today. All that there was the yawning void, Gunungagap. Gunungagap was an endless abyss, and it stretched between the ice of Niflheim and the fire of Muspelheimr. Niflheim was there in the northern region long before the earth was made. There is a spring that is found within Niflheim called Kvegelmir, and many rivers run from it. In the southern region is Muspelheimr, a land that is described as glowing and burning. From Ilevaugar, the rivers which flowed from Kvegelmir and Niflheim, came venomous yeast which froze and ran over and started to fall like rain within Gunungagap. This soon congealed into rime and froze over itself continuously, soon finding itself growing into Gunungagap even more. In the southern region, the warm winds from the fires of Muspelheimr were blowing, and soon the heat met with the rime, which caused it to melt. From these venomous yeast drops came the first being, Ymir. Ymir was not seen as a god, but instead seen as something that was evil. When he slept, he would sweat, and under his left hand grew a man and a woman, and his right foot produced a son with his left foot. This is where all the rime giants, or Hrimthurs, came from. Another being, Audhumbla, came to be from the rime. It is said that she nourished Ymir with the 4 streams of milk that ran from her udders. Audhumbla found sustenance from the salty rime that she licked. As she licked the rime over the course of 3 days, she revealed Buri within. Buri had a son Bor, who was the husband of Besla. Besla was either the daughter or granddaughter of the giant Bullthorn. This is contested as the Halvamal places him as her grandfather and the Gylfaginning places him as her father. Regardless, Besla and Bor were the parents of 3 brothers, Odin, Vili, and Ve, as is attested within the Prose Edda. The 3 sons of Bor killed Ymir, and from Ymir's wounds came so much blood that it flooded and drowned all of the giants except for one family. This family was Bergelmir's family, who were able to escape and become the progenitors of all the giants. We see Bergelmir being mentioned within the Vafthrudnismal in the Poetic Edda. The sons of Bor then took Ymir's body within Gunungagap and created the earth from him. His blood was made into the sea and waters, his flesh made the land, and his bones made the cliffs. With his teeth, molars, and broken bones, they made the stones and gravel. From the gushing blood, they made the sea, and after the earth was properly formed and put together, they put the sea in a ring around it. According to the Prose Edda, while the sons of Bor were creating the new world, the dwarves were the maggots that were crawling through the remains of Ymir before they were given reason by the gods. Within Völuspá in the Poetic Edda, it is said the dwarves come from the blood of Brimir and the bones of Blaine, both names which are thought to be Ymir. With his skull they made the sky and put it over the earth and placed 4 dwarves in each corner to hold it up. These dwarves were called Norðri, Suðri, Austri, and Vestri, or north, south, east, and west. They took the sparks from Muspelheimr and they placed them in the sky to illuminate the heavens and the earth. There was a Jotun named Narvi who was the father of Not, or Night. Not's 3rd marriage with Delingr resulted in them having a son Dagr, or Day. A horse named Skinfaxi, or Shining Mane, pulls Dagr's chariot, and his mane lights up the sky and the earth below. Hrimfaxi pulls Not's chariot, and it is said the morning dew comes from the foam that drops from his bit. The world has an ocean around it, and on the shores of this ocean the Jotnar were given to live, but within the inner part of the land, Midgardr was made and fortified using Ymir's brows and eyelashes. Ymir's brains were taken and thrown into the sky, making the clouds. Within the Prose Edda, it is said that the sons of Bor, Odin, Vili, and Ve, were walking along the shore and found 2 trees. The first brother gave them spirit and life, the second gave them reason and motion, and the third gave them form, speech, hearing, and eyesight. They gave them clothes and named them Oscar and Embla. Oscar and Embla were the progenitors of mankind, and Midgardr was their home. In the Poetic Edda within Völuspá, it is said that Odin, Honir, and Lodr came across Oscar and Embla. Odin gave them breath and soul. Honir gave them sense, and Lodr gave them blood and bodily color. There was a man named Mundulfari, who had 2 children, a son and a daughter, who were so fair he named them Mauni and Sol, or Moon and Sun. The gods were angered by this insolence, so they placed Mauni and Sol into the heavens, where Sol rode in a chariot that the gods created to illuminate the world with the sparks from Muspelheimr. Her chariot was pulled by 2 horses, Árvakar and Alsvíðar, or early awake and very quick, respectively. Under the shoulder of each horse, the gods placed bellows to cool them, called Ísankol, or iron coolness. Máni steers the course of the moon and determines its waxing and waning. Máni is followed by 2 children, Hjuki and Bil, across the heavens. These 2 children are only attested to following him within the Prose Edda. Sol and Máni are mentioned within the Poetic Edda as well. This is where we'll stop our story for today, but there's so much more to discuss when it concerns the cosmology of the Norse lore. In future videos, we will discuss more topics within Norse cosmology. Which part of the creation story is your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. Until then, from our heathen household to yours, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.